I do a lot of cooking out here, especially in the winter when I got the fire going. So I got a couple cast iron pans, but I mean they do the job. But I'd like to make something custom and cool to fit on here. And this is a piece of 5-inch C-channel, 3/16 thick. I'm gonna clean this up, and I got some ideas to put some sides on it. And yeah, I'll clean her up and try cooking in this thing. Alright, this has been sitting in the vinegar for a couple days. I flipped it over a couple times, so it should be good to go. I'll take it out and wire wheel it, and we'll have a look at it. Oh, I got these clamps sitting in there too, so they should be good to go. But yeah. So the channel's cleaned up pretty good. I think good enough. The cooking surface is quite clean. Yeah, I got these clamps cleaned up. Just gotta figure out how I'm gonna attach them there. But yeah, that'll be the next plan. Sort something out. Alright, so here's the setup. I just got a 4x4 with a shim. Got these clamps clamped on there. And yeah, got it lined up where I want it. So I'll be able to just tack them here on both sides, flip it over, and run a bead down along the bottom, and then fill in whatever gaps or whatever after. But it should be pretty good. Alright, so I made this burner in my last video. And it works great, but I'm using a variable pressure regulator so I can tune the pressure. So just one of these regulators from a forge burner or cooker pots or whatever that you can adjust. And it works good. You can see I can tune it up, and then I can adjust the flow to turn it down. So it's a great option. But I grabbed this off a barbecuer, so it's a fixed pressure regulator, so I won't be able to adjust that. So I'm curious if I could use this to make a burner. So I'm not sure, I haven't played with it yet, but I'm gonna hook it up and see what happens here. 5/16 barb, because this is a 5/16 hose. It's written on there somewhere, you can read it. I got an adapter to get onto a 1/4-inch pipe, which goes into my valve. Another 1/4-inch nipple to a cap that's tapped, and I got a MIG tip in there. So that's ready to go. I'll just slip this hose on and put a hose clamp on there, and we'll try it. Okay, first attempt. This valve is closed. Turn on the gas here and slowly crank this open. There we go. It actually works. Flame down here. Too easy. Pressure might be a little bit high. It's actually kind of perfect, really. Huh. Well, that was too easy. Free regulator off a barbecue. Wide open square tube. Capped on one end. And then, yeah, the valve here to adjust the temperature. Alright, well that was too easy. I thought I'd have more fiddling to do, but that works. I don't have any more square tube, unfortunately. I need to get some more tube, and I can maybe try a few different designs. But yeah, that thing is thing's rocking. Sweet. Starting to smoke. It's a little sooty, might be a little close to the thing. But I'm mainly planning on running this on the wood stove anyway, so maybe I'll play around with it a bit. But I'll probably chuck it on the wood stove and try and heat it more evenly. But you could definitely cook something on it with that burner. Starting to blacken up there. So this has been sitting on my wood stove for a couple days. It's starting to develop a seasoning, but it's hard to get it up to seasoning temperature. Plenty hot for cooking, but to try and season on there is not ideal. You just got to get the wood stove way too hot. It's pretty uncomfortable. I got this scrap tube here, so I think I'm going to try and make a longer burner, just single holes in a line, because this burner is a bit short for that thing too. So I'll be able to make a full length burner to go under it, single holes, and give that a try. Alright, I got the barbecue regulator, my valve, this new tube. I got a 2-foot length of holes, 1/4 inch spacing, and they're 1/16 bit. So that's wide open. Quite a bit of yellow. Maybe I'll make the holes a little bigger. Can't really add more. Okay, so I just drilled the holes out to 5/64. The pressure's a little high there. So with the gas wide open, the pressure is a bit too high, but if I turn the valve down, and then I broke a bit off there, so there's a gap, but I mean, it's not too bad. Maybe a little yellow on the tips. I'll get it set up and we can throw that griddle on top, see how it is, but it's definitely better than the 1/16 holes. So I think if I upsize them again even, it'd probably be better. So that's 5/64, and That burner here is 3/32, so I could probably go up to that size and it'd probably be perfect. Yeah, I might do that actually. Okay, there's the 3/32 bit. I got 24" of burner at a 1/4" gap. So what's that? 80, 96 holes plus 1, 97 holes. That's kind of high there. And then I could tune it down quite low. Sweet. We're at 400, 450, something like that. I can just start to see some smoke coming off it. You can't see the burner because of the light, but starting to get a bit more seasoning, a darker strip down the middle here. I'm just going to add some oil to that. Start wiping her down. Give her a light coat. I got some Costco sausages. They're still frozen. It definitely cooks. I'll check back in a bit. I just got a piece of firewood that I split up. I like to use firewood on cast iron. They're disposable for one, and it's not like super aggressive on your seasoning. Makes a great scraper. You can definitely scrape anything that's stuck on off just with a piece of wood. Well, there you go. It works great on the wood stove. Perfect, really. That's kind of the whole idea, was have a skillet for the wood stove here.
Scrapping Irish. I'm not the brightest bulb in the world.
Well, I'd call that a success. Breakfast is ready. Cheers, guys. See you next time.